Scaly Misbegotten is, as you can expect, a basic enemy. I was hoping for another Stonedigger Troll, or at least something bigger at the end, of a really fun cave. So there's not much to go on with this fight, and I really should have used a stronger weapon. However, I wanted to make sure most of the attacks were displayed. I feel that I need to explain my build briefly here. I generally use slow weapons for a good reason. I don't like to excessively strike my enemies, so I use something that requires a big calculated risk for an equally satisfying reward. I'm only using a faster weapon in this fight for a lower damage input. As for my strategy, it's pretty much a basic green light, red light display of how I manage these fights. I find what recovery times are the best for my weapon, and then I use them against the boss. And it may only be 2 or 3 attacks that allow opportunities to strike, but at least I can count on not receiving damage. This establishment has worked for me for the past 5 years after learning about it, and it hasn't failed me yet. This wasn't much of a review, but this fight is basically the Soldier of Godrick again, so I decided to ramble on instead. A hazardous arena could have really saved this boss. I would have loved to see the fight on rafters so platforming could be more involved. We have a jump button, so why not give it a bigger purpose? I have about 40 hours in the game, and jumping has had very little importance to my experience. Hopefully I'm starting to see the end of these mediocre boss designs. I suppose they're not bad for new players, but at least make them more interesting somehow with more attack variations.